What's going on, fellas? Today we have my official UFC 307 fight predictions. So we're going to do every fight on the main card because you guys have your gurus and your Lucas Tracy's to go see the full card. But I'm gonna give you guys my main card picks for UFC 307. And also, if you're new to the channel, we make UFC 5 content along with UFC content. So if you like UFC, you should subscribe and watch the UFC 5 content too, because if you don't, you're kind of a casual. You know, it's just in my opinion. Anyways, I digress. First fight on the card, we have Roman Dolidze versus Kevin Holland. I didn't realize this fight was even on the main card until a few days ago, but I'm going to have to go with Roman Dolidze by decision. Why, you ask? Listen guys, I love Kevin Holland. I want to see Kevin Holland win, but guys, I just can't see it happening. Roman Dolidze is hungry. Not to say Kevin Holland isn't, but Roman Dolidze is a hungry man right now. He knows what he's doing. Georgia's coming off the big Merab win against Sean O'Malley. I think he's going to ride off that momentum, and I think he's going to take Kevin Holland to an easy decision. Kevin Holland's way to win this fight is by a knockout. I don't see it happening. He has a lot of tricks in the book, but Roman Dolidze, he's too cookie cutter, and his defense isn't the best, but I just can't see Kevin Holland landing that shot that hurts Roman Dolidze. Roman Dolidze, his grappling is very good. He has very good jiu-jitsu. So does Kevin Holland, but Roman Dolidze, I think he's just hungrier, and I think he has a better game plan going into this than Kevin Holland. So next up on the card, we have Ketlen Vieira versus Kayla Harrison. Not going to spend too much time on this fight because I'm not too familiar with Ketlen Vieira's game, but I'm going to have to go with Kayla Harrison. The stars are just aligning for her. She's too swole. She's just too swole for this division. You know, she puts in that work, maybe a little bit of assistance. You guys know what I mean. But her judo's too good. She's too hungry. And Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison just has to happen. The MMA gods are going to make it happen. So I'm going with Kayla Harrison. Let's go by submission in the second round. Now next up, we have a very interesting fight. We got Jose Aldo versus Mario Batista. Now guys, we've seen Jose Aldo. He's old, but he just keeps on pushing through all the competition that the UFC throws at him. The UFC do not want Jose Aldo to win. They don't like that he's going and wanting to box and doing this and doing that and then coming back to MMA. They don't like it. He's kind of holding up the division in a way. So they want Jose Aldo to win. That's why they're giving him a they want Jose Aldo to lose, excuse me. That's why they're giving him a Mario Batista, because they're ready for some new people in the division. But Jose Aldo is just too good. I think he's going to take Mario Batista to an easy decision. But if Mario Batista goes out there and has an amazing performance, we might be looking at a future contender. We really might. If he goes out there, is able to take Aldo down, which Merab wasn't able to do. If he's able to mix it up, take Aldo down, just put on a MMA masterclass, I think Mario Batista has a good chance at becoming champion one day. He's very well rounded. But yeah, that's all I have to say for that fight. Jose Aldo, I think he's gonna get it done by decision. He's too good. But if Mario Batista can get a win by decision, knockout, or submission, if he can get a win, we might have a future contender on our hands. Moving up the card, we have the most hyped fight that everyone wants to see. Raquel Pennington versus Juliana Pena. Alright guys, in terms of grappling, I think we're going to have a similar fight to Grasso and Shevchenko. But Shevchenko, she'd get aggressive and end up in some bad submissions. I think Raquel Pennington is going to get too aggressive in the grappling. I think Juliana Pena will get a submission. I'm going to go with Juliana Pena by submission. I think Raquel Pennington's going to get too aggressive in the grappling, trying to advance position, do all sorts of things. I think Juliana Pena is going to find a way to lock up a submission. I could see her throwing up maybe an armbar or potentially maybe sinking in a rear naked choke somehow, because Juliana Pena beat Amanda Nunes. And if I'm being real, was it a fluke? Yes, it was. But fluke or not, beating Amanda Nunes it's a great accomplishment in women's MMA. Just like Ngannou going to war with Fury, people were like, oh, Fury didn't even train for that fight, it's a fluke. It doesn't matter. Fury is a great fighter. Fluke or not, it's still impressive. Alright, so I'm going to give Juliana Pena that advantage going into this fight. She's been in bigger fights than this before. She won't be nervous. Raquel Pennington is going to get too aggressive on the ground. I think Juliana Pena is just going to lock up some submission. I'm going to go with armbar. Let's say round 4, maybe 5. Now, next up, the main event of the evening, we have Alex Poatan Pereira versus Khalil Roundtree. Guys, everyone's picking Alex for this fight, and I am also picking Alex for this fight. I think Alex is going to knock out Khalil Roundtree. He's just looked too unstoppable lately. No one has been able to touch him. But I will say this, you guys are underrating Khalil Roundtree way too much. This dude has been kickboxing for years. Yes, Alex has been doing it his whole life in glory, this and that. But Khalil comes from Muay Thai. He's very aggressive, and his whole game plan is to touch you. Just like Diddy. He wants to touch you. He wants to touch your chin and make you go out. And we act like we didn't see Pereira get knocked out by Adesanya out cold off of some okay shots. He didn't take any huge shots. And yes, he was at 185 with the weight cut, but he still got knocked out, alright? So quit acting like Pereira isn't human. He can get knocked out. He can get touched. And yeah, but I'm going with Pereira. I think it's going to be very hard for Khalil to put his game plan onto Pereira, but Khalil Roundtree can knock him out, especially if we see Pereira throw a bad calf kick or a lazy calf kick. We can see Khalil shut Alex's lights out just like he did Gohan Saki, but Gohan Saki and Pereira are two different beasts, especially in mixed martial arts. So I'm going to go with Pereira, but do not count out Khalil Roundtree. He can definitely win this. I would not be surprised if he gets knocked out. If he knocks out Pereira, I would not be surprised. It would be shocking, but I wouldn't be surprised because we're not expecting that. But guys, come on. It can happen. It's a fight. You guys act like Khalil doesn't have 2 arms and 2 legs just like Pereira. He could put Alex's lights out if he lands. And yes, he struggled against Anthony Smith, but I believe he was trying to be too technical. Anthony Smith, in the back of his head, he wanted that fight on the ground, and Khalil knew that. He shut down. He shut Anthony Smith down. He was able to shut down his game plan, make him overthink, and he got a slow start, but he eventually did beat Anthony Smith. Now, the takedown threat won't be there for Khalil, so final prediction, I'm going to go with Alex Pereira knockout. I'm going to say round 2. Round 2 knockout by Alex Pereira. Let me know your guys' predictions down below. If you don't tell me your predictions, and if you don't drop a sub and a like, you are a casual. That's the rules, guys. I don't make them. Don't be a casual. Drop a sub, drop a like, and let me know who you think will win down below. I reply to every comment. So yeah, guys, you guys take it easy. Can't wait for these fights. Catch you guys in the next one.